At a hearing, Ustinov rang, apologised for keeping me waiting so long, and then told me I was to play the part. He would send me the script to study prior to our departure for Spain in June, but I should keep the news to myself, as he planned a surprise launch a few weeks before we were to begin shooting. It was our secret. Mike and I had the flat at Ennismore Gardens Mews to ourselves now, but Doug Sheldon called by most days. I couldn't keep this from them, so amidst much swearing to secrecy, I broke the great news. Mike said it called for a celebration, but as we were brassic, it looked like instant coffee all round. Then there was a tooting outside, and Doug, who was standing by the window, spotted Penny from over the road. She frequently parked the gunmetal Carmen gear with its personalised registration plate in the mews opposite number 12, and it hadn't taken her long to realise how hard up her neighbours were. We often came home to find a steak from Harrods, or Rod's as she called it, pushed through our letterbox. Doug opened the window and started dialoguing her. Mike said to me, "Go and call him down, he'll be falling out the window." I went over, and when it became clear she didn't have anywhere in particular to go to, we invited her up for a drink. Being Penny, she nipped back home and brought us a bottle of champagne. Krug. Mike thought it was a good omen. He wasn't superstitious, but he did have a thing about champagne. Every New Year's Eve he would go to great lengths to secure a bottle, raising his glass full of the fizz that ensured a well-heeled 12 months. My promise of fame didn't weaken our team at all. Mike and Doug contributed with everything they had, as though my success was theirs too. Doug placed himself and his car at my disposal, selflessly driving and waiting as my schedule became hectic. Mike went through the text with me every day, and when I decided to do it with a Bristol accent, he taught me a song, which I had to sing in dialect. My father was the keeper of the Eddystone Light. He slept with a mermaid one fine night. I was cajoled into singing it everywhere. Sometimes, whilst walking in crowded streets, he'd start me off, and if I was too embarrassed, he would bellow raucously until I joined in. "If you can sing in a dialect, it makes speaking it a doddle," he assured me. He didn't say, "Not many people know that," in those days, only raised a blonde eyebrow in such a way that you knew it wasn't just hearsay, but a theory tried and tested in the field. There's a lot of pressure up there in front of cameras, believe me. I've seen good actors, old troopers with years of experience on the boards, fall apart when the lights go on and it's all down to them. Stage actors who've never tried think it's a piece of cake. "Oh, there's always another take, love." But there ain't. It's not like that. The first take is always the last. And when you get up there, see what a lot of manpower it entails, you realise that they're all waiting, watching to see how you perform, if you can deliver. It ain't slow, heavy, spread-out pressure like a first night. It's sharp, hypodermic pressure, and lonely. And here's a funny thing. You have to resist playing to the crew. The camera is your lady. Never forget it. Right, here endeth the first gospel. Now, my father is the keeper of the Eddystone Light. He slept with a mermaid one fine night. From that union there came three, a kipper and a porpoise, and the other was me. That was the only verse he knew. And we sang it over and over until I could do a West Country burr, as good as the guy on the telly who'd written a book about cheese. I could never repay old Mike for the help he gave me at the beginning, and when he decided I was cramping his style and went his own way, I didn't feel dumped. He'd spent a long time honing his dream, and who was I to question his realising it to perfection? I'm not sure I could have realised mine without a big hand from him. It was Robert Kraska's notion to make me a blonde. As he was one of the greatest cameramen of the day, the third man, to name a few, I wasn't in any position to argue. It was the only way to conform to the light artist's vision of what was to be his last black and white film. I agreed to sacrifice my black mop, which was to be bleached white and then tinted ash blonde. The Barnet had other ideas, however.